Hey everybody, David from G4 Guitar School, Lake Forest here with another video lesson. And in this lesson today, we're going to be taking a look at how to change between the chords that we're learning in Senior Level 1. Okay, so the chords in Senior Level 1 we're working towards, okay, will be the E minor chord, the A minor chord, the C chord, okay, the G chord, and the D chord. Okay. So whether you know all 5 of these chords or just a couple of them, you can take the same approach. Okay, so let's take a deeper look and see what's going on. So here we go. The first 2 chords we're going to be looking at will be the E minor chord and the A minor chord. Okay, and in the course of this video, feel free to pause at any time and just practice up to the point you feel comfortable. Okay, so we're going to take the approach of looking for what we call common fingers or anchor fingers between chord shapes. Okay, so let me tell you what I mean by that. If we take the E minor chord shape, okay, and I compare that to the A minor chord shape, you're going to find that our second finger here on the 2nd fret 4th string doesn't have to move. Okay, it's in the right position for the E minor chord, and it's also in the right position for the A minor chord. So what we're going to do is we're going to leverage this second finger as an anchor finger to help us move between the E minor chord to the A minor chord and back again. Okay, so the way we do that, we would strum on the first beat 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you can see happening here is as soon as the first beat, as soon as I counted 1, my fingers start to move towards the next chord shape. Okay, let's try it again. So we're going to E minor to A minor, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, this second finger is moving. I call this scooching, so to speak. Okay, because it's on the 2nd fret for both chords. Okay, but for the A minor chord, you can see here it's kind of, where am I going? It's kind of in the middle of the fret here. Okay, kind of middle of the fret. For the E minor chord, it's kind of further along. So the finger is on the 2nd fret, but it's kind of scooching around, okay, to make room for the other fingers to come into contact with the right position, like E minor here. So you can see our second finger is here towards the front of the fret. When we play E minor, it kind of scooches back to allow the other fingers to come in around it. So that's our E minor to A minor change. Now from here, we're going to take the A minor chord and we're going to change to the C chord. And in this case, we have 2 common fingers. If I'm A minor, okay, our first finger, okay, and our second finger again are in the right position, on the right fret. First finger here, second finger there. From the A minor chord, the only finger that really moves is the 3rd finger, where it comes out and plays here on the 3rd fret, 5th string. And again, as you saw them, these fingers are scooching. Well, again, they're kind of moving around to make the fingers get to the right position. Again, they're on the right fret, but we're scooching around. And one of the biggest things we can do with our C chord, okay, because we're using all 3 fingers across 3 frets, is to make sure that each finger is as close to the fret wire as we can. So each finger is scooched, so to speak, up. There's A minor, scooch the 2nd finger, put the 3rd finger down for C. From C going backwards, scooch the 2nd finger down, and then we get A minor. Okay, so there's your A minor to C change. Okay, so from the C chord, we're going to move to our G chord. Okay, now in this case, all 3 fingers have to move. There isn't a common tone, a common finger we're going to be using. Okay, so we use what I call a logical finger, and this is the way I think about it. Logically, my 3rd finger, okay, if we think about the G chord, is on the right fret already. It's on the 3rd fret. So on the C chord, it's here, 3rd fret, 5th string. On the G chord, it's over here on the 3rd fret, number 1 string. Okay. So what I'm doing is, logically, I'm going to choose my logical finger, which is number 3. There's my C chord. I move my 3rd finger over to the 3rd fret, 1st string, and I leverage that finger to allow my 1st finger and 2nd finger to come into play. Okay, all right, so there's my G chord. Let's go back to C again. Here's C. My my third finger drops over, and the other two fingers come in around. Okay, there's your C to G change. Now to go back to the C chord, again everything has to move. So the way I think about this one is I think about my first finger here, it moving down here to this finger here, to this fret here, first fret, second string. Okay, so for my G chord, I'm focusing on this finger, number one finger here, to come down to the first fret, second string. Okay, so from the G chord, slowly my first finger comes over, first fret, second string, and then the other two fingers go down. Okay, so then we go back to our G chord using our third finger over, and we change to our C chord with our first finger moving down, second, third finger. And again from here we can backtrack to G, okay, into C, into A minor, into E minor. So the last one we need to look at is the change from a G chord into a D chord. So from this point of view, again, everything's moving, but we have this logical finger now. And if I take these two, I'm going to take these two fingers away. So here's my third finger on the third fret, first string from G. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this third finger here and drop it over to the third fret, second string, which is where I need it to play for the D chord. Okay. So my logical finger for my G chord from here is my third finger. The ring finger comes over and plays there on the third fret, second string, which then allows me to leverage that to get my second finger here on the second fret, first string, and the first finger here on the second fret, third string for D. Okay. Going back, I'm going to reverse that. So my third finger goes over here to the note G, third fret, first string, take it back to my G chord here. To get into D, the third finger moves over, third fret, second string, allowing me to put the other two fingers in place there, and we end up with D. So from here we can backtrack, D, G, first finger moves down here for C, third finger moves over and we scooch for A minor, and then our first finger comes over and we scooch again for E minor. Okay. So altogether we have E minor, into A minor, into C, into G, and then into D, and then we reverse.